Hi, I'm Ethan.
And I'm Isabella.
And we're part of Lynbrook's Epic.
Today we'll be exploring various local organizations around the Bay Area and seeing their positive impact on our community. Can you give a brief introduction of your role and what you do for the Cupertino Library Foundation?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the president for the Library Foundation, and we do a lot of different programmings aimed at different demographics. We have three main pillars. So sustainability, kind of driving education and discussion on a factual basis. Arts and culture, we do a lot of events to promote that. Our wall is something that we have permanently in the media room. And then also AAPI, Multicultural Festival, and a lot of other interesting things that we will get into. And the third one, of course, is education. So we have a lot of really cool events, but our two milestone or cornerstone events is the S4, the Super Summer Science Search, aimed for middle school students over the summer, and of course our Fall Festival that had just happened 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so I guess you kind of touched on this earlier, but what is like the main goal of the Cupertino Library Foundation?
Yeah, our main goal really is twofold. One is promote lifelong learning, which we know all of the library patrons and the community members are very passionate about. And so it's how do we promote that idea? And then through different programs that we can hold at the library as partnership with the library, or additional books or a lot of information. Library is a really important gem, an important institution in our community, because it really is a place people can come to really have honest conversations, bipartisan, and really is based on facts. So we see the library as like a really important institution in our community, and we wanted to keep bringing in interesting things that we can discuss or learn together.
How has this organization's contributions helped the community and its people?
By different projects or programs that we put together, we're seeing more and more of like people being brought together. So to give you a couple of examples, one is S4, Super Summer Science Search, and it's led by our wonderful group of high school volunteers. They're called TAC, Teen Advisory Council. And so they are the main mentors and the main project managers to plan out a summer science competition-like program for middle school students. So they act like project managers, program managers, marketing people, and the mentors for these middle school students. And so now we have, for the middle school students, this past summer, they were talking, the theme was consumer choices, and we're asking middle school students to really think about the environment around them and what they can do, in the area or in the topic of consumer choices that they can help on sustainability. Either by building a project or building a product, building an app, and really engage on that. And we've got so many really wonderful submissions and projects that makes us think, wow, this could definitely be something that we can see in the near future.
Could you give an introduction of your role and what you do in the Health Trust?
Sure. I joined the Health Trust about 6 years ago as the Chief Administrative Officer, and today I serve as the Interim Chief Executive Officer, and I'm leading the organization through a transition that will enhance our impact through grant making and advocacy. As the CEO, I set strategic direction, manage stakeholder relationships, and oversee the implementation of initiatives that advance health equity in our community.
My next question is, what is the main goal of this organization you run?
Sure. For nearly 30 years, the Health Trust has been dedicated to building health equity in Silicon Valley. We focus our efforts on creating long-lasting change and supporting community members disproportionately affected by health disparities. Through a role as a funder and an advocate, we work to fulfill our vision of a Silicon Valley where everyone has a fair chance at leading a healthy life, and a person's immigration status, income, race, and zip code are not barriers to health.
How did the organization get started and what inspired its creation?
Well, in 1996, the Health Trust was formed from the sale of 3 local nonprofit hospitals to a for-profit corporation. The proceeds of the sale were placed in a trust, then the Health Trust was born. Since then, we have served the Silicon Valley community as a nonprofit operating foundation. The Health Trust is what's known as a hospital conversion foundation or a healthcare conversion foundation. For many years, we served our neighbors as a funder, an advocate, and a provider, including service provision run by the nonprofit hospitals. Today, we support many of those same programs now housed at other local organizations and agencies through our grant making, awarding more than $2 million annually.
How has this organization's contributions helped the community and its people?
The Health Trust has been a trusted organization in Santa Clara and northern San Benito counties for almost 3 decades. We ensure that health-related grants and policy exist to give everyone the opportunity to be healthy, especially those who need it most. We focus on key drivers of health like food and nutrition, chronic disease prevention and management, and housing support. Our approach acknowledges that people from diverse backgrounds and experiences hold the expertise to help address the problems impacting our community. We believe in developing solutions alongside community residents and the nonprofit and public and private sectors.
What are the biggest challenges your organization currently faces in making a lasting impact?
Like many organizations, we face challenges raising money to support our efforts. Philanthropy, the donation of money for good causes, is fast changing. There are limited funds to go around, particularly in uncertain economic times. Plus, with increasing costs, dollars can't stretch as far as we or our partners would like. We also face ever-evolving policies as the political climate shifts and affects how we are able to do our work. We are a small but mighty team. Our goal is to make deep investments that have a profound impact locally.
Going beyond that, how do you measure success in your community-focused work?
I'll start by mentioning that we are community-focused and we work diligently to meet grantee partners where they are. How we measure success involves a blend of qualitative and quantitative data. When understanding the impact of our work, we often ask ourselves and our grantees, what does the data help drive? Where are the disparities? What is the impact beyond our grant period? What's that ripple effect? And how can we have a local impact here and also systematic change up here? We also maintain a critical feedback loop with our grantee partners to ensure there is trust and transparency, because that allows us as a funder to better support their efforts.